Hey y'all, my name is Kara Lott. I'm a night shift worker full-time at a hospital, but I am an all-the-time makeup enthusiast. Ask any of my friends and family, I'm absolutely makeup crazy. My poor husband, he's so sweet. He's like, why did we just receive 5 boxes today, Kara? And I'm like, don't worry about it, Kevin. It's just makeup. So anyway, I wanted to start a YouTube channel because I get lots of questions from patients, from other coworkers, want to know how I did something with my makeup or what products I use with my makeup. And truly, what I do for me works for me. It may not work for everybody else. So I am interested in building a knowledge on what works for me, what works for you, why it works for you differently than me. So definitely leave me some comments down below if you have any suggestions. Let's get started on what we did today. Okay, so what I did today was more of a neutral cranberry look. I used a palette from a June BoxyCharm, and I really like it. It's kind of a muted cranberry situation going on. I feel like it's pretty tame for the hospital. For me, for the hospital, it can get pretty crazy. I like it a lot. I don't know, do you? Do you like it? Anyway, if you want to learn how to do this look, just keep watching. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is I like to put on a moisturizer. I've already cleaned my face. I did a toner on my face. But now I want to do a moisturizer on my face so that my foundation and everything I put on top of it goes on good. So I like to use the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream. It's a little bit thick, and I've heard some people use it as a nighttime cream, but I like it under my makeup. I don't feel like it gets too gloopy. It goes in really well. My mom does not like thick creams like this. So for her skin, it just does not work. But for mine, it does. I say I have normal to slightly dry skin. I can't complain. Very blessed with my skin. Every now and then I'll get tiny little bumps, just like right here on my cheek, on top of my cheek, only on this side. I don't know why. And then I have this red pigment or pink pigment on this side of my face only. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's like, I mean, one side, the other side. This is a lot darker. So whenever I wear foundations, I like to make sure they're full coverage. I don't feel like it's a thick, cakey kind of lotion. I feel like it's perfect. Now, I like to put an under eye cream. I don't know if you can see that. I like to put an under eye cream under my eyes just to prep them. I feel like my under eyes are probably the driest part of my face. And I don't feel like I'm old. And I know I'm not in theory. But I feel like under here, looking pretty creepy. Crepey? Crunchy? Crinkly? Wrinkly? And then I like to put it on top of my eye. So I just swipe it very, very lightly with your ring finger because it's supposed to be the lightest touch. And then you can kind of just pat it in. And you want this to soak in pretty good so that whenever you start putting on concealer or powder, that everything looks nice and smooth. Okay, so to give the moisturizer and the under eye cream time to sink in, what we're going to do is we're going to start with our eyebrows, which I love doing my eyebrows. A lot of people are like, I hate eyebrows. I really like doing my eyebrows. I have to do my eyebrows for sure because I have this eyebrow that has a chickenpox scar in it. So I guess I was probably 7 or 8 because I mean you're gonna have to stop scratching that chickenpox because you're gonna regret it later. I'm like, nah, it itches. This feels great. So it's a lot better, but you can see if I do my. I mean, you can see. I mean, it is like a circle. Really cute, huh? So whenever I fill this in, opposed to the other side, I look wonky because then I've got to fill in an eyebrow, kind of, and nothing on this side. So I usually do both. I don't mind a bold brow, so we just go with it. And truly, I'm not going crazy, you know. I want to just kind of put them where they need to be. And this is the Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. I have a few different colors. I used to do like the soft brown in the front and then the medium brown in the back, or medium brown in the front, dark brown in the back, but I just change it up. You see the difference? And I mean, you don't just leave it like that, so you have to. I still feel that I can see the hole in my head, but I do what I can with what I got. It doesn't really bother me anymore. It used to. It used to really get on my nerves, but okay. I'm happy with this for now. I may do stuff with it later. Sometimes I like to set it with brow powder because we put so much. I don't know if you can notice. I'm not sweating. This is just glistening from the moisturizer. So what we're going to do now that our moisturizer has gone into our skin some, I use a few different primers. I'm going to take my rings off with this. I like to use this Spackle Color Correcting Under Makeup Primer by Laura Geller. I feel like because of my pigment, that just works best for me, and I really like it. I wasn't sure about it when I first got it, but I got it off Hope Look probably about 3 months ago, and I think her Laura Geller stuff is on. So I don't know if you think you can see a difference. I don't know. I feel like a touch of just overall balance from that. But because I also like to brighten my face up a little bit, I like the Milani Prime Light Face Primer. And I don't think, oh yeah, this is the number 2 strobing and pore minimizing. So it's got a little shimmer to it. It says it's oil free. Now, I don't have horrible skin. Like I said, very blessed. But I do have some pores here and here. Not really on this side as much. So it's like my bad side. But I have some bigger pores right here. So since this does have some shimmer to it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to keep it to the outside of my face. And this really doesn't have that many pores on it either. But I can do under my eyes, kind of top of my cheekbones. Nose. Maybe a little bit here. Just right here. I just try not to like go ham, because it'll just shine bright like diamond. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to use my Makeup Forever foundation, Ultra HD, and this is R230 is my color. I have had this for a little while now, like a year, and I had just stopped using it. I don't know, I have 20 other foundations, and I just got really excited about them. But I picked it back up, and I really, really like it. My husband picked me up some just empty glass candle pillar holders. So what we're going to do is we're just going to... 3. Sounds good to me. Like I said, I like high coverage. Okay, so what I'm going to do... Oh, goodness. I gotta go get another brush. So, the brush I was going to go get is the Morphe Y6. Shocker. It's everybody's favorite, thanks to Lord Lee and Manny MUA, I think, loves it too. Anyway, I love it. I was never that big in using a brush to put my makeup on. I usually used a beauty blender type thing. I no longer have a beauty blender because my dog thinks that they're toys. So I have a dampened Eco Sponge right now, and I may go over some spots where maybe I feel like it didn't blend out just perfect, but truly this brush, this Morphe Y6, is legit. I love it. So I'm just gonna dot it. On my face. I usually put more on this side, like I said, because of my redness. I'm going to take some time to blend it out, so I don't want there to be harsh edges. So this sets well. It doesn't set too fast, but it sets well. And it leans to being able to have multiple layers too, which is always nice. Okay. We still have a decent amount left on our thing. Okay. So you just start. You don't want to buff it, at least not for me, because of the redness in my skin. It just gets worse if I buff it, but I'm all about padding. I know I already did my eyebrows, but you can always do touch-ups. I just kind of like, I don't know, they frame your face, so I feel like doing my face stuff, like I need that to feel good about it all. I need that step to be taken. I want you to know that my mirror is just like right here. So when I look this way, I am literally looking at nothing. I don't know. I have a hard time, like even when I'm talking to people in person, I have a hard time like paying attention. And it's not that I'm not listening to what they're saying, but like my eyes will start to wander. And I'll be like looking at their earrings or something like that. And so I had somebody ask me the other day at work, "What are you looking at? Is there something on me? Is there, like, what are you looking at?" I'm like, "I'm not looking at anything. I'm looking at you." I mean, I just truly did not realize that that's what I was doing, but I guess I was. Because I've been asked that by patients before, and I'm like, of course I'm looking at you. It's just me and you here. I just never thought about it. My sister's got ADHD. But I never had any problems, so. But I feel like I have a touch of ADD. I mean, you can ask my husband, like sometimes we'll have a conversation and he'll be like, "Kara, are you even listening?" And I will have heard the words that came out of his mouth, but maybe not what any of the words meant at all. I'll have to redo the whole conversation, and like I will literally put blinders up and I'm like, "Okay, one more time." Pretty good blended. Now, since you may not be able to tell in the camera because of lights maybe, but this side of my face just does not want to be covered up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over it, and it's just like the apple of my cheek here. It's very serious. And we still have stuff on our things. We're doing pretty good. I think there just comes to a point where there's nothing more I can do. Okay, so I blended everything I can with the brush. This is just a damp beauty blender. And I'm just going to kind of go lightly over everything I've done, just so it's more of an airbrush finish. You don't have to do this, especially with this Y6. It's like ridiculous. This actually feels really good. So when you get like a damp beauty blender or a damp whatever it is, this is Eco Sponge, like Eco Tool Sponge, it just feels so good on your face. Next, concealer. Actually I have like some blue, purpley under circles. So I like to use the Tarte CC Under Eye Corrector. It's one of their, I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of like just like an orangey, light orangey, peachy color. And I just put it exactly where there's some darkness. Not cakey at all. I mean, just enough on your little finger. Okay. I'm using the Naked Skin, the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. Light diffusing. In Fair. Sorry. I don't know, it just shut off on me. I don't know why. That's weird. Oh. Okay, so I need to take some of that Laura Mercier translucent powder, and we had put some concealer on our eyelids. You just want to kind of pat it back out. Just like we set our faces. Just want to set it. I can already feel this eye start to water. It's ridiculous. I don't know what to do with it. Chop it off maybe? No. What we're going to use for our eyes is this. This is a Real Her palette. I got it in a BoxyCharm. The June BoxyCharm. And I got the number 2 palette. I think there were 3. And I really like these. These are some pretty colors. They're like cranberry-esque, kind of neutral cranberries. I like them. Before I really got into makeup, which honestly, I mean, I've always liked makeup, but I didn't become obsessed with it till about a year ago. It was thanks to YouTube, because I don't know what world I was living in, but it was like, YouTube exists. Well, let me see what I can look up. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, these people do their makeup so good. And so I started watching Nikki tutorials, Jaclyn Hill, Kathleen Lights, Jennifer Braun. I think that's how you say her last name. I'm not very good at pronouncing people's last names. Which is weird because I work at a hospital, but I butcher people's last names all the time. Anyway, so I started watching all that and basically became obsessed. I mean, I've always just kind of done my makeup, like some foundation, or I don't know if I ever filled my eyebrows in before a year ago. So I've always liked makeup, but now I'm obsessed with makeup because of them. So I truly don't know what kind of look that we're going for today, so we're just going to kind of wing it. In the intro, you'll see exactly what look we're going for. An all-over color is this Driven. I don't know if you can see that. Driven is what I'm going to do all over my eye. And it's just going to be kind of like a base color. The Laura Mercier translucent powder. We're just going to kind of give Driven a once over on my eye. So I think stay like this, you'll be able to see me. Okay, so like I said, Driven, just kind of all over. This is not for accuracy. It's just for covering it all up. Okay, so next, there's only one other matte-ish shade in this palette, and it is Invincible right here. It's kind of a dark transition shade to have, but whatever, we'll go with it. So that's going to be my transition shade. So we'll go in with Invincible, and this is a Y19 brush from Morphe. It's kind of just like a tapered blending brush, and we're just gonna put it in our crease. And instead of just doing windshield wiper, I like to kind of just do circles. I say I don't do windshield wipers, and then I do. I just like to mix it up a little. So I have to go from one side to the other because I can't. I'm forgetful and I can't remember what I do. And I swear, you know how people say boobs are supposed to be sisters, not twins, or your eyebrows are supposed to be sisters, not twins, or your Eyeliners not supposed to be sisters, not twins. For me, it's eyeshadow, because this eye does completely different things from this eye. And I do the exact same brush strokes, I think. And I swear, it is different. And it drives me crazy. I'll be here way too long explaining this. Okay, can you see that? Okay, so Indomitable is the lighter one. Up here up top, and Terrific is the one on the bottom. And Indomitable seems not so pigmented, but we're gonna put it on. It's a little bit darker than the Invincible that we used and we're using the same brush. We're just gonna try to keep it towards the outside. I swear it's something on my nose. Okay. So, yeah. It's about the same. Oh! Oh! No lie. I have something on my nose. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Can you see this? Can you see it? Because it's there. That's where I swatched those two colors. Joy to the world. Let me get that fixed. So this is what we're looking like. It's just how I do. Okay. So we had some leftover foundation, so we used it. I think it's pretty much gone. Now I'm going to go in to, I'm really lazy with my brushes, with the same brush, the same Y19. I'm going to go into Terrific. So Terrific, right here, is what gave me that black nose effect. Like somebody had punched me and I was recovering. We're just going to darken up the outside of this corner. Both corners, really. Once you kind of get it all off, you can kind of swoop it over. And then, I'm not blending around like this, like I'm just tapping this. And then I only have it on one side. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that. I only have it on the one side of the brush. But I am still tapping off. Because I want to be more precise at where I put this. Okay, so we're going to do more of a halo situation, because that's just how it ended up. I'm going to pick up this one, awesome, right there, on just a flat brush. I don't know if you can see that. Just a flat, it's hard to see. It's like a flat brush, and I like to pack on colors, and since it's a shimmer, you know, you really won't probably to pack it on, but if you can see, I'm now crying out the side of this eye. I don't know why. Anyway, it's called Limitless. It's right here. And I'm going to put it, really get in there. I'm going to put it right in the center towards the bottom. Okay. So, obviously, I need to do some blending. Bag. I'm just gonna. The Invincible, the color we chose to be our transition color right here, Invincible, since it is kind of a lighter color than what we had been using. And just go on the top part of this, just to kind of bring it back in a little bit. Just cleaning up where I've been messy a little. So my handy dandy camera died while I did all this to my face. So I'm done, and really all I did was I contoured my face with a little bit of contour, not past my eyebrow. And then I did bronzer, and I did blush, I did highlight. I used this amazing new highlighter that I had never used before, the Artist Couture. It came in my BoxyCharm this month. It is the Illuminati, it's the color that I used. I used my Real Her palette underneath my eyes, and then I used these ColourPop gel eyeliners to line my eye with the darker one, and in my waterline with the lighter one. They're both like a gold or coppery color. And then I primed my mascara. I used primer mascara. I used the Dior Show, the white one. And then on top of that, I put a L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes Excess on it. And I really like it. Didn't mean to do that. My friend Kayla got me into this, so I really like that. I even got a little on my face, then got it off, super pumped about myself, and then you don't even get to see it. So, oh well. But you do get to see me spray my face. I use the Skindinavia, which Skindinavia makes the Urban Decay All Nighter spray. You can, if you look and you see it says Urban Decay All Nighter by Skindinavia, really, really small. But I like this up to 16 hours of wear, that's what it says. Which, I don't know if it does that, but I mean, I guess it does, because I mean, I wear my makeup pretty much 16 hours a day at a time, just because of work. And really just so it doesn't like dry in spots on your face. Really sets down those powders. I love a setting spray. I love them. So I'm thinking everything is set down. Now if you want to and you don't feel like it's sitting down, you can just take that damp beauty blender that we had earlier and just kind of lay it down a little bit. Okay? So all we have left, lipstick. And then I have two. I don't know which one I'm going to use yet. I have the Real Her liquid lipstick in Lady Love. This is Lady Love. What do you think? I like it. I will be the first to tell you that I am horrible at putting on lipstick. Mainly because I have chicken lips. And lipstick just does not want to stay. I don't know why. I don't know. I can't know these things. So, that's it for my makeup. How do you like it?